All right, so this is Eddie and Molly's Roadmap to Success, and I just wanted to go over a couple of things that we chatted about today. So one of the first things we chatted about was Eddie. He's a little older and came from, he was rescued and hasn't interacted with stairs. So we talked about kind of strategies on how to help him out. So the first thing we did, there's only a couple of stairs, so start off by putting him on the bottom stair so he learns how to get down off of that one. It's less intimidating than seeing all of them in a row. You might need to kind of stop him by standing on that other stair so he doesn't just jump up and go to the top, to help him encourage him to go down. And remember the rule of if you had bet $100 that he'll get off that stair pretty quickly, you're ready to teach him to start going down 2 stairs. But keep these sessions really brief, 1 to 5 minutes, 5 minutes maximum. 1 minute a couple times a day, maybe once or twice a day, is actually better than doing several minutes once a day. So it's better to have 2 times a day for 1 minute or so practicing this so he doesn't get overly exhausted and he has time to take a break and kind of reflect and think through it before he has to go back to it. So that's actually the best method, and that's true for all dog training. Really 1 to 5 minutes maximum for training at a time with repetitions throughout the day is the best medicine for training. Okay, the other thing, just while we're on the topic of Eddie, is when he's nervous around new strangers and new individuals, is having them be nice and calm, no jagged movements, anything like that will make him more nervous. So nice, calm, soothing behavior, relax, easy gestures, and also turning away from him. If you're facing the dog, you're potentially telling him that you're upset and aggressive. Think about the escalating consequences. One of them is turning and facing them. So if that's used as a consequence, we want to go the opposite way when a dog is fearful. So the best thing to do is either sit sideways or put your back fully towards him and then give him treats. Remember the rule kind of about dating. Don't, if he takes the treats from a new person, then have the person just get up and walk away. Instead of trying to pet him and invade his personal space, the best rule is to just kind of let him come to you. If he can start to get to the point where he approaches a new person, then he's feeling confident and comfortable, and that's really the best way for him to start to build up that trust, is to let people kind of give him treats and not pet him until he's ready and he comes over to them to look for attention. And that will help build his confidence over time in meeting new people. As for Molly, a little more hyper, higher energy, different types of things. Molly, come on. So one thing that we can do is when she's trying to chew on things or anything like that, try to distract her with things that she should be chewing on and playing with. She just had dinner and then came inside, so she's going to naturally be a little bit more energetic at this time period. So I'm just kind of playing with her with a toy because we want her to focus her attention and energy on the things she should be playing with. And then we also discussed putting up some gates in the house or using a kennel or a puppy playpen to restrict her freedom. Remember, if she's chewing on things around the house and you're not able to kind of catch her, then, if you do catch her, you can use escalating consequences. But if you can't catch her in the act, you can't really stop her from chewing, and if she keeps doing it while you're not able to keep your eye on her, she's keeping that habit up. And it's really hard to break. So the best thing to do is to restrict her freedom by either leashing her to you or in the room with you, putting up a gate or anything like that for the next 30 days so she can't be getting herself into trouble. So you're really setting her up to be successful. If she's prevented from doing it and she only has good things to chew on like this toy, then you're in the position to teach her what to chew on, and that way you don't have to always say what not to chew on. You're just teaching her what to do and what the expectation is. Good girl, Molly. And then you can use escalating consequences to help change her behavior, but more importantly, focusing on petting with a purpose where you want to be rewarding her for good behavior. So for example, if you're sitting on the chair and you're eating some food and she sits down in front of you, don't forget to pet her to reward her for that good behavior, because you want to make sure that she knows what to do, so she knows what is going to make you happy. If she knows those types of things, hold on, Molly. If she knows those types of things, that's going to help her understand what you're looking for. The other thing is just making her look to you for leadership and direction in a good way. Remember, this isn't dominance theory where you need to be aggressive in any way. This is only trying to get her to look to you as kind of like more of a parent figure where you set rules and boundaries to help her not feel like she has to be a co-owner of the house and be in control, because it can produce anxiety in dogs. So remember, we use the leash timeout to help her kind of relax and learn how to calm herself down. So instead of trying to tell her, sit, lay down, do this, do that, we just let her kind of relax herself by putting her on a leash. You know, it's long enough to give her space to be comfortable, and when she lays down, take your foot off the leash and then take it off as long as she's still kind of being nice and calm. So you're teaching her how to regulate her own behavior and how to calm down. And then one of the last things that we did is we did the structured feeding exercise, but I'll refer you to the video above this one on the rules of how to go about that. And then lastly, I want to remind you that everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you mean it. Good girl. Good girl. You can press stop.